carried through the crowds, celebrated by thousands of Palestinians. These boys are among 33 teenagers released from Israeli prisons on Saturday. This is, for many here in the occupied West Bank, a moment of hope. And for those now freed, a moment of utter relief. I'm so happy. I can't believe this is real, Ibrahim says. I don't even know what to say. This scene, a product of a delicate 4-day truce agreement between Israel and Hamas, set to see 150 Palestinian prisoners and detainees released, and at least 50 Israeli hostages freed from Hamas captivity in Gaza. There are many Palestinian families who will still be waiting anxiously to hear if their loved ones will too be freed. The Tamimi family, seen here on Saturday, has rallied for months, calling for the release of 17-year-old Wissam. He was seriously injured by Israeli forces and later arrested in June, accused by Israel of offences including possessing a weapon, but he was never charged. Now, he and his family are finally together again.
الحمد لله يعني بدنا نشوف هلا شو كل إشي انحرموا بهالسجن القاسي بدنا نحاول نعوضه إياه يعني كل الأيام اللي راحت بدنا نعوضها وبدنا نلتم على بعض خلص بكفي نضل ناقصين إنه خلص هيك كملنا الحمد لله.
Many of those now released are among the over 3,000 Palestinians held under administrative detention, meaning no charges have been laid against them and no ongoing legal process. Israel says some of those released were being held on terror or weapons charges. But in a list published by Israeli authorities of 300 women and children eligible for release, throwing stones and harming regional security were among the most common charges.
There are children here who have been in jail for 8 years, 5 years, 6 years. It's unacceptable. Many of them have now huge psychological problems because of the torture, at least psychological torture, because of the way they were interrogated. It is a terrible atrocity that is practiced against these children.
For the crowds gathered here in the occupied West Bank, this celebration, they say, is a symbol of justice, bringing thousands of Palestinians together to share in the joy of now reunited families. But for many, that joy is coupled with grief, with pain felt deeply here for the people of Gaza.
We're extremely happy, but still overwhelmed and extremely saddened by everything going on here in Palestine, but at the same time still resilient to keep going with whatever we can do in order to hopefully achieve a ceasefire and hopefully later on a full liberation.
Nada Bashir, CNN in Ramallah.